Look at this. So it's just today. Yeah, literally. Boom, 41. And then went up to 42, 43, and then touched 40, like quite a bit over 44, actually. 44333 we see here. And then over the past week, we started out, what is it, 37, around 37. Again, sitting at just over 44 right now. And then the monthly chart, 25% up in a month. I mean, that's your Mac Daddy Bitcoin gains, right? Like we're here for the 10,000X, but boy, I like to see the biggest names in crypto do well. That gives me hope that the little guys, right, the ones that are ignored, the ones that are the true DeFi, when are we going to do it, right? And then 6 months, yeah, look at this. It's 25K 6 months ago, back in July, back in June, 26K. Imagine that. And then year to date, yeah, that's kind of crazy. 162 over 1x. I thought it was around. Well, no, let's see. Oh yeah, so year to date 166. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that's almost a 3x. Yeah, almost a 3x, around a 3x. We'll call it just about. So 45, so 15. The math is 15 times 3 is 45, right? Unless the math rules have changed. So very interesting indeed. Yeah, let's see. We hit it. Yeah, okay, they're doing 16K. So I think right before January, we hit, I think November, December, I think it hit around 15K or so. May not show on this, but pretty cool. Bitcoin touched 45K. I know. That's so crazy. What is going on? Why is that? Why are all these things happening? Well, I did a macro stream about a month or so ago with Corey, and that had a lot of things that I was looking at to do these things. Again, not a macro trader, not a TA guy, none of that stuff. I have a lot of other talents, but that is not my wheelhouse. However, I do have a Twitter feed where I tweeted something about Bitcoin. Where is it? Not that one. Yeah. So, and this is, y'all missed it. Richard debated Mr. Peter Schiff a while back, February 2022. Check that out if you want to stop in. Richard Hart, Peter Schiff basically debated crypto versus gold. But I thought it was interesting because we really haven't seen a big debate, or at least I'm not aware of one. Let me know if there is one, on Hex versus Bitcoin or other assets versus crypto, stuff like that. And I did a poll. Let's see. I'll talk about the points here in a minute, but I did a poll. Let me put the link in the chat so you guys can check it out. So I did a poll not too long ago on so this is after, the decentralized debate with Gold King and KDP. Funny how that's playing out right now. How, I mean, of course, my position is still decentralization. Good going forward. Man, I cannot, this gatekeeping censorship stuff is just ridiculous. It's like, it's not even, we should really determine what kind of decentralization it is. Like it's on a spectrum, right? At a certain point, nothing is 100% decentralized, right? So with IPFS, is it like, I was thinking it was like 95%, 90%. And it's like, bro, if whoever is doing the censorship, I haven't looked at it exactly, pinpointed it, and it just started kind of happening today or this morning. Maybe it's DWeb, maybe it's what is it, the company? Somebody's using somebody's list for fraud detection, scam, and all that stuff. It is ridiculous how your project can just be like, oh, boop, we don't like it, or vendor says it's bad, that kind of thing. Other people, the API we're using says that. Crazy. Anyways, did the poll here and had a few topics, and I had a whole bunch of other topics, or some on the PulseChain forum as well. If you haven't saw that, check it out, pulsechain.forum. A lot of cool conversations going on over there in the last month or so. But meme coins, good or bad? Community wallets versus MetaMask, Bitcoin versus Hex, no more or more sacrifices. Yeah, pretty solid number one with Bitcoin versus, which surprised me. I was like, okay, even in their community and even the Hex PulseChain community, people still apparently like to see the conversation, or maybe a bunch of Bitcoiners voted for it. I don't know, a bunch of curious Bitcoiners out there, perhaps. So that's what, and I wrote a whole post on this. I'll just put this in the chat too. If you haven't been to my blog, yes, I have one. It exists if you like to read. And let's do Bitcoin versus Hex. Yeah, so I have like a whole breakdown. I'll drop this in the chat as well, if anyone's interested. Whole breakdown, different stuff. I read this about a year or so ago. Features, security, usability, trust, all that. It still still translates pretty well. Even when prices and ecosystem was just different back then. PulseChain hadn't launched, all that obviously. Pretty interesting if you're looking for more data on that. But just I brought out a few things. I did not use the blog to come up with these. This is like new stuff I just came up with in like 15 minutes just by thinking about it, doing a little bit of research. So a few points as if they were to take place, if a debate were to take place. So Bitcoin has done almost a 3x in the last year. Yeah, there you go. You saw the chart. That is, working on, if you go from 15K to 45K, then you can call it around a 3x or so. However, Hex did a 4x, EHEX. If you look at the Ethereum chart, let's look at the Ethereum chart right now. It's at 0.05 at the moment. However, look at it, we're looking at the monthly, I think, or 6 months. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh. It was at 0.028. 0.028 all the way up to, oh my gosh. Remember when EHEX was a penny? That was just, it was just like a breath of fresh air, wasn't it? So nice. So nice. Remember when EHEX was 50 cents? Could it happen again, everyone? Could it happen? Could combined Hex become 50 cents? These questions will be answered in the next year or two, I guess, or tomorrow. You never know. I don't know. I certainly don't know. Hopefully do get an answer though, and I hope it's a very good answer for people who have been delaying gratification. And find the lows, right? DCA. If you bought at 40 cents, you buy a bunch of I did a post on this. Bought Hex at 40 cents. You bought the same amount of Hex at the same dollar amount of Hex at 2 cents, or at the low. No, it's at the low. Yeah, bought the Hex at 40 cents, so it's near the high. Bought the same amount of Hex at when it reached all-time low, or maybe 0.002, or even further, whatever it went to this past 6 months or so. Your average price was like 2 cents or something like that. So again, if you're like, if you're one of there's many people who bought Hex at 25, 30, 40, 50 cents last year or 2 years ago. And if you still believe in these products, which a lot of people do, then if you're buying the lows, your DCA price can become very, very more interesting. Then it can flip sad. You need to flip sad and go to happy, right? Also, 28 corporations holding Bitcoin on the balance sheet. I literally got that by typing in companies holding Bitcoin. I just misspelled it, but Google knows what I'm talking about. Oops, not getting the right one. It wasn't CoinGecko, was it? Maybe it's more than 28. I saw 71 right there. No, yeah, it was this one. Okay, I got it from CoinGecko. So, whoa, CoinGecko acquired Zcash. I know. I thought it says Zcash. It says Zash. Okay, I don't know what that is, but I was like, Zcash. I thought JP Morgan acquired Zcash or something like that a long time ago. Anyways, 28 companies, yeah. MicroStrategy. You got Marathon, Galaxy, Tesla, Coinbase, of course, Block, formerly known as Square. A lot of smaller companies in here as well, but a lot of big companies, a lot of companies that ain't going away anytime soon, I do not believe. So pretty cool. Definitely points for Bitcoin in that. We have some institutional products. There's Hex Investment Trust. There's different stuff people can use. You can it's really popular to different products will let you put crypto into or convert your 401k or convert your other products and stuff. Again, not financial advice, just there are products that let you do that in crypto. And yeah, you could buy Hex, you could buy PulseChain or whatever with it. But it's definitely like a fraction. I'm going to imagine, I don't have the numbers in front of me. I imagine it's very, very small compared to all the balance sheets and all the stuff in the countries, holding Bitcoin. They even talk about El Salvador and otherwise. And then, points to Bitcoin again. You can buy it just about anywhere. Like, I've not seen a Hex ATM yet. That would be super sweet, though. Hopefully in the bull run, we'll see Hex ATMs. That would make me very happy to see Hex ATMs for sure. Or just, the coin things that are super promoting. Somebody who's not a duck named Greg paid for, if they would do this, if they would pay for, whatever crypto ATM. I'm sure if you pay them enough, they put your coin as the front one that everyone sees when they walk in the store. Maybe Hex would be cool, put up there, PulseChain otherwise. And then getting yield on your Bitcoin. Yeah, of course, you got to give them, Bitcoin isn't DeFi, right? It's peer-to-peer, trustless digital cash. Love it. Does all these things. But it's not DeFi, at least not today. Not really a big part of it. And pretty much got to give them somebody else and hope they don't lose all your money, which sucks. I don't want to do that. That's how you saw the past couple of years. A lot of people chose that path and did not like where it went. So Hex is real DeFi. Hold your own keys, own your own coins, and mint your own yield. So yeah, I'd love to see some debates and conversation around this, especially when people are getting more interested in crypto. Apparently, people are buying crypto at this point. So why not? Right? Why not? We should have more get people into the products they like the best, whether it's whether they want to stay in Bitcoin or they look at Hex and say, hey, it's a great system.